It looks like he's hurt.
As well as JV Gasho, the staff of Alaska checking on JV here. Calvin Abueva now sitting on the floor, trying to check on his leg, as this peek in action is brought to you by Pete, not Ali. I can play.
What kind of looks, I don't know if it's a cramp or the knee.
But Calvin Abueva, good sign is he got up on his own. Halt in the action continues here. Both squads with a full complement of their 3 full timeouts and 2 30s. Should be a wild last minute and 52 to go. Ang nireview ng officials doon ay kung kanino nga ang possession. Yung pagka-save kasi tumama sa likod ng backboard, that's automatic out of bounds.
30-second timeout.
And now Coach Alex Compton will burn a 30. Ontiveros to Abueva, kasama sina Casio, Thos, and Baguio. Kabagnog giving chase. They go to Abueva. All kinds of time on the shot clock para sa mga nakaputi. JV for 3. No. Put back, wala. Ball will go to the San Miguel Beermen, but the referees can review.
This is a key possession right here. You could just see the way Arwin and even Calvin was battling it out for that defensive and offensive rebound.
1:37 left. This is amazing. Calvin just seems to be in on every play underneath the basket. It's pretty hard to tell.
This angle, it's going to be tough.
Again, the rule is, kung hindi 100% solid, yung video proof, mapupunta sa unang tinawagan, which is the way of San Miguel.
We've seen a lot of times, Vic Manuel, Calvin Abueva, they're the guys who are helping out on that front defense being done by Sonny Tosmo and Kumar Fajardo.
Kabagnog with the leather. He's got Santos, Fajardo, Lutz, and Lassiter. They turn it over. Alaska with a chance to reclaim the lead. Foss comes out to meet the pass. JV gets it right back. Kabagnog nabura sa pick ni Foss. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. Sonny misses. Arwin with a rebound.
Arwin again making that key defensive rebound.
Coach Leo Austria marking out instructions from the sidelines. Kabagnog will go through that far to pick. Junmar slides. Kabagnog for 3. No!
I thought they could have made an extra pass there.
JV Casio gets it across the line. No timeout requested. JV to Abueva. Alaska looking to reclaim the lead. Don from 15 gets Alaska ahead 74-73.
Perfect execution. That's what I call it.
Perfect execution. And a
Patience is the most important thing, Ali.
And a wide open shot by Don Ontiveros.
He read it very well. That's why he used that curl.
Lutz gets it to Santos. Abueva trying to hound the Spider-Man. They go back to Lutz. He's on the hot hand para dito sa San Miguel Beermen. Arwin with 12 to shoot goes back to Lutz. Chris looks to slice through. Lassiter in traffic, cradles it. Puta tayo inabot. Lassiter once again. Wala pa rin. Abueva with the rebound and they will need to foul.
What defense.
Great defense
right there.
Great defense by Alaska.
San Miguel wasn't really able to execute well because of the great defense being shown by Alaska in that last play.
Bago pa man maka-foul, it was a 30-second timeout requested by Alaska.
You know what? I mean, as I said earlier, defense is key, especially out of these timeouts. And, you know, Alaska answered the bell on the offensive end. Now, all of a sudden, on the defensive end, that was critical. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of, what kind of offense happens with Alaska. But just nothing but, you see at least 3 or 4 guys, 3 guys here converge on the penetration of San Miguel.
And up to the last second, JV Casio bothered That putback attempt from Lassiter. Now Alaska needs to inbound and stay away from the corners. If they do that, San Miguel will be forced to foul.
Only 17 seconds, Magu. I think, you know, one way, if you cannot get the steal, you have to do a foul right here.
Pero mahilig din minsan yung trap at the corners, di ba? To force the ball hogging violation. So if Alaska gets to move the leather around or the middle part, expect a foul. And now Coach Leo Austria, sinilip lang yung formation ng Alaska and will call his own 30-second timeout. Don Ontiveros will inbound, gets it over to Abueva, and is fouled immediately by Arwin Santos. So even if Abueva makes both free throws, it will remain a one-possession game.
A lot of things can still happen here.
Hindi ba pala penalty? Ngayon ba lang pumasok sa penalty? My apologies. Ontiveros will have to do it again. This time he gets it to JV. Not to Casio. Ross ties him up. And a jump ball is whistled. Ross versus Casio.
A great play there by Chris Ross. All throughout this game, he's one of those players that's playing with all heart and a lot of hustle all throughout it, really trying to get his teammates with that energy that he has.
Just getting a hand and, you know, causing a jump ball here, and this possession could very well go back to San Miguel.
You know, that slip right there was going to be crucial, but
Very
look
crucial.
the way Chris Ross dove for that ball to force this jump.
Just a one-point ball game, 13.5 seconds to try and determine who takes a one-game lead in this race to 4. Re-jump will be called.
You know, we know that Chris Ross has that leaping ability, but you know, Casio is just trying to get ahead of him on the jump.
Arwin and Abueva nagkikiskisan sa pwestuhan. Ross taps it, and it ends up with Junmar Pardo. Junmar asking for a timeout. And a foul is whistled on Abueva. He was asking for time.
Good break right there.
Junmar Fajardo will be trooping to the line for 2 shots all tournament long. He has shot just 68% from the free throw line, but we got to remember that semi-final game when he went a perfect 12 for 12. Tonight he is 5 for 6.
It's crunch time here. This is where you earn your money.
Well, Junmar here is trying to call a timeout.
Fajardo, first free throw. Bitin.
He needs those legs, especially now that this is crunch time.
Junmar needs the second one just to tie Alaska at 74. 8.8 to go. Napakarami pang timeout both ways.
Legs is going to be crucial with his shot.
Junmar gets the bounce. Timeout requested by the Alaska Aces. Game is tied at 74. Don Ontiveros will rifle it in. His targets, Toss, Baguio, Abueva, and Casio. Casio comes out to meet the pass. Casio down the middle, puts up the early shot. Mintes, Lutz puts up a long one. Oh, but there's 0.5 of a second remaining. That was way too early for both sides.
And the San Miguel bench was, you know, looking over at Chris Lutz saying you should have called a timeout. And he could have called a timeout.
First, Casio went early, and then Lutz went too early.
Well, the pressure of the game is really building up in with both teams.
But I called it. I called it. It's going overtime.
0.5 of a second remaining. The San Miguel Beermen will have possession. We take another look at that last sequence, guys.
Great defense right there by Chris Ross.
Ooh, might be more than 0.5 to go here,
Maybe
guys.
around a second or a second and a half.
It's at the moment the ball hits the baseline.
You know what? I might be wrong. Let's see what happens in this last possession here. Maybe it won't go in overtime.
Like it coming this way. Tony, this side. Okay? JV. Calvin. Sonny. Back pick Calvin. This is Don. Back pick Calvin. Kakaribas ka dito. Miguel. You're going to take one step to dawn. One step.
5 seconds.
One step. And then you're going to come right back. Calvin, babalikan mo si JB. Screen in. What you're actually looking for, Sonny is now shooting dawn.
So Alaska will have 1.2 seconds to officially steal this game away from San Miguel. Let's see what happens this time around. They really got to go quick this time.
And what you see now, you see Tony De La Cruz and Donton Ontiveros into the game. They're three-point shooters. It's Coach Alex making the adjustment.
De La Cruz will inbound. Who does he go to? De La Cruz looking for Dondon. He puts up a three. Oh! And we are headed into overtime. 48 minutes was not enough for game one.
You know, the excitement of these, the series, and most especially the matchup between these two teams. Great defensive teams, a lot of offense involved because of it, a lot of sheer hard work. We're going to expect a lot more in this next 5 minutes.
It's actually a pretty good look by Dondon. I mean, yeah, Jumar got his hand there.
Of the Philippine Basketball Association.
He still gets shit.
He still gets excited, you know, having this, you know, through his success all throughout.
We know how competitive he is, too.
Alaska Ace is winning the opening tap in this extension period. They have JV Casio, Sonny Thos, Chris Banchero, Calvin Abueva, and Dondon Ontiveros, defended by Alex Cabagnot. As Dondon misses, Andrew Jendensin and Chris Lutz. Banchero gets the putback. Semerad, Fajardo, and Omolon complete the five for the San Miguel Beermen.
We talked about it earlier, Eric, you know, the hustle. The hustle seems to be the key here for Alaska, clawing their way back into overtime game.
That last play, you know, you have to really box out. You cannot underestimate Chris Banchero, but he's a very good rebounding guard.
Lutz looking to tie it once again. Gets the bounce.
Really making up for what he, you know, that miscue before the end of the regulation.
21 big points para dito kay Chris Lutz. Casio lost his dribble, gets it right back from Ontiveros. 10 to shoot if you're the Aces. Abueva from the outside. No. Fajardo snatches away the rebound, gets it over to Omolon as we send it back over to Riza Diaz.
Magu, parang echo lang yung huddle ng parehong koponan. They see this overtime period as a second chance. 0-0 nga daw ulit. Now, it's not a question of who wants it more. Pareho rin coaches ang gusto maka-execute sila ng mas maayos. Si Coach Leo gusto pumunta kay Junmar Fajardo while Alex Compton naman is thinking of going to Calvin Abueva. Magu?
Thank you, Riza. That cliche doesn't work in the finals. We all know both squads wanted more.
Oh, definitely.
Hungry.
And in these, I agree with Riza here. In this last 3 minutes of overtime, execution is very key.
Casio looking to break the deadlock. Long bomb is good. 79-76. 3 minutes to go.
JV just looks so cool, calm, and collected. I mean, his expression never changes.
He doesn't panic at all. He's just so composed all throughout.
Semerad gets it over to Cabagnot. Ontiveros keeping an eye on Alex. Fajardo well covered by Thos. They go to Semerad, the rookie. Takes it strong to the rack. Ball is batted out of bounds and will go back to the Aces.
Most important thing here in that San Miguel set is still the power forward position. And right now, Arwin Santos is coming into the game.
This time, the Shine Move is brought to you by Rainer Shine Sunroof Glass Roofing. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rainer Shine Sunroof. Alaska looking to make it a 2-possession lead. Banchero down the middle, puts it up. No. Rebound battle, Thos. Dun for three. Bang!
Makes it look so simple. It just keeps on doing and doing and doing it all over again.
You know what? It couldn't have been done.
98 on signal. Cabagnot over to Lutz. Back to Cabagnot. They gotta get it across. Lassiter's on the right. Junmar is trying to battle Thos per position. Cabagnot lost his dribble. Somebody's gotta beat the pass. Lutz back to Alex. They go to Marcio. Napitawan pa ni Lassiter.
Right now, it's really the execution that's hounding San Miguel. They couldn't really go to Junmar, although there were some instances that they could have gone to Junmar.
Could have, yeah. He was wide open a few times.
Last 2 minutes atin sa atin ng Outlast Battery. Start agad. Don once again. Di lang ubra doon, but Calvin Abueva keeps it on that side of the floor.
He's been doing that the entire game.
10 rebounds in the game para dito kay Abueva. Casio with the leather. Toss with the pick. JV trying to decide what to do. Calvin
Nice pass.
got it over to Toss, and the pass is fouled.
Ali, we wanted to talk about Sonny, the way he has been really performing tonight. I mean, if you look at the box score, he's just not really scoring much.
0 points. 0 points, but he's doing everything else. I mean, you saw the last few sequences, he's put a body on Junmar Fajardo, playing him very physical, and he's setting great picks and getting the offensive rebounds, giving his team second chance opportunities.
He's making a supreme sacrifice. I mean, you're not really recognized because you're not really scoring much. But, you know, the coaches, it's the coaches who really would appreciate the sacrifice that the way Sonny Cross is doing for this game.
That's a 3-possession lead para dito sa Alaska Aces. Under a minute and a half to go in overtime. Lutz on the attack. San Miguel finally gets themselves on the board. He gets the basket, make a solid foul.
You know, they really need to unleash Chris Lutz and try to get him more looks at the basket. Right now, the defense is just focusing more on Junmar. It's just so hard for him to even receive the pass.
You know what? I like the way he's attacking the basket.
Look at this defensive adjustment coming from Coach Leo Austria, resending in or redeploying Ross and Omolon.
But going back to your point, you know, that might be a key for game number 2, however way this game 1 goes. Alaska, you said, so focused on Junmar, that should allow the guards of San Miguel to attack from the wing.
Yes, and at the same time, you know, the shooters will also be able to score. You know, I was always like stressing the point on the power forward because Abueva and even Muscle Man, you know, they were the big Manuel, they were the ones sagging from the weak side.
And it's important for Arwin Santos to make them pay.
Yes, definitely, because in the past, you know, it's normally the first cutter that gets the chance to score.
This time, the Shine Move is brought to you by Rainer Shine Sunroof Glass Roof Paint. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rainer Shine Sunroof. Ontiveros missed on that first free throw. Takes care of the second. It's a 5-point lead para sa Alaska. 15 points in the game for the Cebuano hotshot. He has definitely come to life late in this contest. Lutz on the attack. He's got 24. He dribbles it off his own foot and will turn it over in favor of Alaska.
Again, the composure, the execution, as Reza said earlier, and you know we all agree with that, so important, especially in overtime. Especially in overtime.
And while the officials will be reviewing possession, that was a quick review that it was crystal clear. It was off the foot of Lutz. Couple of substitutions because of that review. Ontiveros gets it over to Casio. JV looks to be patient. He gets away from the trap at the corner. Ontiveros to Thos. 4 corners offense para din sa Alaska.
Great pressure release by Alaska.
Panchero on the attack, puts it up. Rebound na kanino, mapupunta sa San Miguel ang bola. 40 seconds remaining in this game. Critical possession coming up.
So important for Alaska to just play really good defense here.
Offense, defense substitution. Cabagnot is back on the floor as well as Lassiter. Marshall has got to go quicker. He's got JV in front of him. Lassiter will go through that Santos pick. They go to Arwin for a 3. No! Cabagnot rebound, puts it up. No! And Thos gets that board. And that might just do it, gentlemen. The Alaska Aces down by 22 in regulation with possession of the ball, up by 5 points, 20.9 to go. Now Alaska just needs to inbound this ball. They are up by 5. Casio will waste away the time, dribbling away from trouble. And Ross ends up giving up the foul. 2 free throws will seal this para dito sa Aces.
You know what? I don't know if this is a factor here, but we look at both teams and we look at who has more experience deep into the playoffs, especially the championship experience. And if you were to look at both of them on paper, you'd have to go with Alaska because there's at least 7 guys that have been in crucial, tough situations. This is something for the players from San Miguel, especially the newcomers to the finals, something that they have to learn fast.
They were just, etong Alaska was just champions a couple of seasons ago.
Very true, and perfectly agree with you, Ali. It's really the composure and championship in actually in-game situations where you have to adjust emotionally, physically already.
You know, the hustle plays.
Junmar Pardo now planted on that bench. Coach Leo Austria opting for gunners. Ronald Pascual back on the floor. Abueva bothering Pascual. He puts up a 3. Oh, he goes glass for that one. Lead of Alaska down the floor. But they break the press. Abueva trying to put the exclamation point on game number 1.
You know, I guess Alaska just got so used to playing tough pressure defense. That's why they know how to beat it, because they're just so used to it in practice when they apply that defense.
And you know what? They're aggressive when they attack. Everything is, yeah, they're going strong to the basket.
Gatas Republic letting their opinion on Abueva be heard. They believe he is the PPC of this Philippine Cup. And Abueva now has 22 points. The Alaska Aces rise back from the dead here, Eric and Ali. You were mentioning it earlier. When San Miguel slapped a 22-point lead on Alaska, we thought we were going to get bored all night long.
Yeah, we did, but you know what? This is why they're both in the finals. You know, by no means are any of these games over until it's actually over.
88-82, your final score. The amazing Alaska Aces with yet another amazing comeback in a magical Philippine Cup for themselves.